New COVID strain found in the US. Police report crime reduction in Kingston. Jamaica Reggae Boyz to face Nigeria in Unity Cup tomorrow. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Following a spike in COVID-19 cases in China, a new and seemingly more contagious strain has now been found in the United States. However, the World Health Organization has found no evidence that the infection is more serious, but the strain may be more transmissible because NB181 does have a higher capacity to bind human cells. Commander for the Area 4 Police, Assistant Commissioner Michael Phipps, says increased targeted operations against criminal gangs and reputed area leaders have resulted in a significant reduction in serious crime and the seizure of hundreds of illegal weapons in the corporate area. ACP Phipps noted that a number of suspects linked to murders, shootings, and robberies have been captured over the last several weeks. Several others have been killed in reported confrontation with the police. ACP Phipps said Area 4, which covers the St. Andrews South, St. Andrews Central, Kingston Eastern, and Kingston Western Police Division, have a 70% clear-up rate for murders. He added that a large number of arms and ammunition have been seized so far. He said in 2024 there was a total of 133 recovered firearms compared to this year where they have 215. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has praised the Jamaica Customs Agency and the security forces for the seizure of 233 illegal firearms at a facility in the corporate area earlier this week. The seized weapons include 74 rifles, 159 handguns, along with over 40,000 rounds of ammunition, according to Minister of Youth, Skills and Information, Dr. Dana Morris Dixon. Now we're talking about 74 rifles and 159 handguns. That is like a country at war with itself. Meanwhile, 9 state-run children's homes are among 25 institutions benefiting from a $6.5 million corporate social responsibility program being undertaken by microfinance agency Access Financial Services Limited. The initiative, dubbed Access Hope, is part of our entity's 25th anniversary celebration. It was officially launched at the company's headquarters in Kingston on May 21st. Under the initiative, Child Protection and Family Service Agency will receive $2.25 million on behalf of the 9 children homes, while community groups and schools across the island were awarded grants of $250,000 each, totaling $6.25 million. A policeman has been arrested after allegedly being found with his gun and identification card in a vehicle that had just been stolen from a 19-year-old in driver mid-ride. Reports from the St. Catherine South Police are that the driver was robbed at gunpoint by an individual who wrested the car from him while he was driving. The teen managed to escape and made a report to police, who coordinated across parish lines and managed to track the car electronically. The vehicle was quickly found along Dyke Road in St. Catherine, being driven by the policeman. He had in his possession his police identification, his service pistol, 2 magazines, and 34 rounds of ammunition, all issued by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And this is kind of frightening to know that the police, which is supposed to protect you from robbers, is the same one that is joking you down and robbing you. And as the police continue their cleanup Jamaica of gangsters, a man who was wanted for murder and escaping custody in St. Mary was fatally shot during a police operation in St. Andrew on Wednesday. He is 33-year-old Gavin Hurd of Fort Stewart in Enfield in St. Mary. The police team was acting on information that men suspected to be wanted and armed with firearms were at 71 Rosalie Avenue in Kingston 11. And it's further reported that the police arrived at the location, entered the property, where they saw Hurd. Hurd reportedly pulled a firearm, pointed it at them. The police is said to have discharged their weapon in the direction of Hurd, hitting him to the upper body. A 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 7 live rounds was taken from him, and he was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Meanwhile, the St. Thomas police are investigating the murder of a 52-year-old domestic worker in Ramble Seaford on Wednesday. Carolyn Walker was found with stab wounds at her place of employment at 33 Pearl Road about 8 a.m. The police reported that another domestic worker at the residence said she spoke with Miss Walker at 7 o'clock that same morning. They said a preliminary investigation suggested that less than an hour later, Miss Walker was attacked by an unknown person and stabbed multiple times, and her body was discovered by other domestic helper. The police said no clear motive has been established for her killing. On to sports, Jamaica sprint legend Shelly Ann Fraser Price received another accolade after a road in Waterhouse in St. Andrew was renamed in her honor. Ashoka Road, where Fraser Price grew up, will now be known as Shelly Ann Fraser Price Drive, following a renaming ceremony held by the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. And the move comes just months after she was given the keys to the city of Kingston by Mayor Andrew Swaby. Football, Jamaica Reggae Boyz played a very attacking and excellent game before a large crowd in London, England on Tuesday and managed to beat Trinidad and Tobago 3-2 in a Unity Cup semi-final matchup. Both teams used both local and international players, and believe me, that game was very entertaining as both teams went full out from the first minute of kickoff. Jamaica led 2-0 early, but Trinidad clawed their way back into two quick goals, and it took a last-minute penalty that gave the Reggae Boyz the victory. Jamaica will now face Nigeria in the finals as Nigeria beat Ghana 2-1 yesterday. And that's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a wonderful day. I gone.